Notice the real life Rocky stepped in, Andy Ruiz Jr. and he made his dreams come true, man. He what how many belts was it on the line? Four belts.
All 4 belts were on the line.
And yeah, he shocked the world. He came out and he was swinging, man.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's so many stories around that first fight, and I don't know which one to take seriously, but the one that I know that everyone's kind of saying is that AJ got knocked out in a with one of his, what do they call it, sparring partners.
Yeah.
So he actually got knocked out. I think it was about 3 days before. And they say if you get knocked out, you need a certain amount of days before you should actually box, because the concussion there's always going to be some kind of effects from it. So when he fought Ruiz, they say he wasn't prepared for it.
Well, he took a hit in I think it was the third round, and they said that was the one that basically ended the fight.
Yeah. I said it. I remember when I was watching this fight. I remember because that was the same day as the Champions League final. Yes, yeah. So we watched Champions League final, and I was sitting there with all my boys, and we were like, okay, that Champions League final was dead. I hope this fight is going to be good, because Tottenham didn't, they did nothing really.
You saying you wanted Tottenham to make more of it?
Yeah, a little bit, but
come on,
I didn't want them to win. I didn't want them to win. I hate both teams. I just didn't want one to win so categorically like they did. But anyways, so we started watching the fight, and I remember when Joshua knocked down Andy Ruiz first in the third round, I was like, okay, here we go. Okay, I expected this was gonna happen. Then Ruiz gets back up, and I remember saying to someone, this guy's a slugger, isn't he? They were like, yeah, he's only ever lost one fight. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, this ain't what we thought it was.
Bang! I saw AJ get hit, and he went down. And I said to them, "This fight's done." They were like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "This fight's done. Look at the way his legs are."
You could tell straight away.
His legs were
gone.
And 3 rounds later, wasn't it? 3 rounds?
Yeah, I think
6.
so. Yeah,
I
think he went.
Yeah, he got knocked down 4 times.
Yeah, it's mad, man.
Sorry, AJ. I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing that you've rectified things. You've re-established yourself. But anyway, we'll get onto that. But I was just quite surprised that AJ got hit like that, and he kept on getting hit, and kept on getting hit, kept on going down, and I've never seen him go down that many times. So it was quite surprising. So it was an upset, unfathomable. We just we didn't know what to do. But we said, okay, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. And come Saturday, let's get into it. What happened?
Man.
What did you think of the fight, honestly?
I was just going to ask you that same thing, actually. I thought it went the only way it could go, essentially, because I still maintain, as I was saying to you guys before, that if Andy Ruiz the first time round had been the original opponent, and AJ had more than 3 weeks to prepare for it, he would have fought in that same style that he did the other night.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Because that's the style that Ruiz is. He's a brawler, basically. And he'll go in and he said that he studied Mike Tyson's fights and how he overcame much bigger, heavier fighters.
Okay.
And he just adopted that into his game. And I think that if Joshua knew what to expect, then he would have kept him at a distance. Like you see when Ruiz is swinging, like Joshua's fist can just keep the distance, like straight like that. Yeah. And it's like a cartoon, like when they get held back and they're just like they can't connect.
Put your hand and swing like that.
That's
just push
exactly.
Back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and you could tell, like in the second fight, Ruiz had. For the most part of it, Ruiz had the centre of the ring, and AJ was coming round him, and that's because AJ, I think AJ lost a stone, was it? Yeah. Before that fight,
stone and a half,
and Ruiz had put on probably a stone and a half.
Yeah, it looked like he put on at least another 20 pounds or something like that. It was wild.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, from what I saw, I just wasn't. The thing is, you're saying that, but my feeling on the fight is a little bit different because. The thing is, if you look at all the interviews or the recent interviews, you're saying that AJ went back with his trainer and he went back to the art of boxing. So AJ categorically is known as a boxer that was using power punches. He gets in there, power punches. He's known for finishing,
end it quick,
4 rounds done. So. Are you saying if he hadn't lost to Ruiz, he'd still just be a power puncher?
I just don't think that. my argument is, don't change a winning formula. If you can win every fight as a power puncher, then do it.
Okay.
But there will come a day, and there did come a day, where that's not good enough.
Okay.
And you need to change your style. And there's so much more to boxing than just punching someone in the face.
Okay. So the thing is, when he fought Klitschko,
Yeah.
I remember thinking the reason he beat Klitschko is because Klitschko was over the hill. I think Klitschko was already like tired and done and wasn't ready for that fight, and he was too old for that fight. So I always thought, okay, you know what, but fighting Klitschko would have taught him that there's an art to it, because as you can see, yes, he got some good punches, but he wasn't able to he wasn't throwing wild punches. And so you fought Klitschko, who's an old school boxer. You had to get, understand exactly how to move around the ring. You go and fight Ruiz, who is a pure fighter, gets into you. Well, I guess obviously you said he wasn't prepared. I'll give it that. There's lots of different reasons. He wasn't prepared for it because he only had 3 weeks, but then again, he had the concussion, and there's other stories about what happened. Yeah. So he now goes into this fight. Now, from what I saw of AJ, he's lost Lobo. He's a lot more mobile, which was fantastic to watch. But I just think that it was Ruiz he's fighting. I think any other fighter, any of the top fighters, he would have lost. Not saying that AJ's not a good fighter. I am saying that, considering for what I saw, that he had to learn how to actually get like ring dexterity, lower his weight. He wasn't power punching anymore. I just don't think he'll beat some of the other guys. I'm not going to name any names who I think he's not going to beat, because it'll be controversial. People start calling in and saying, "Ken, you're mad. You can't be saying that." But I've had a lot of messages since Saturday, and I've been talking to lots of groups and lots of my guys and everything, and we're all saying it now. Now that he's hit 30 and he's fought against the first, he's lost his belts and he's now a two-time world champion. He needs to start fighting the other proper competitors now. He can't, I know he's got one mandatory fight he's got to actually take up against, I think, anybody. But within the next 2 fights, he has to fight those other guys, and you know who I'm talking about. He has to fight one of them. He has to, because now he's saying he's a 2-time world champion, and he's saying, okay, I've trained, I've got I've gone back to the art of boxing. Okay, now go and take your art and go and fight.
Go and prove it.
Because now he's got to prove it.
So are you one of those? I don't want to call you a critic, but are you on the side of those critics who thinks that, how many fights he had? 22, 23 fights.
23 fights.
That he hasn't.
25? Is it 24? Yeah, 25 fights. Yeah.
So are you along those same lines, that he hasn't really been tested?
No. I don't think AJ has been tested at all, not at the level that he should be tested. But then again, what I'm going to say is that he had to learn a lot of... AJ came through... You have to understand, AJ has come through boxing very quickly. He's risen straight from Olympic boxer, amateur, whatever you want to call it, to top of the tree. Yeah. And you can't go in and fight the best fighters, or who are, pound for pound, what you'd say your equals, within 10 fights, within 15 fights. You have to get ring dexterity. You have to... One of the things that a lot of people say about AJ now is, can he take a punch? Because the other guys that I'm talking about, they are not going to be Andy Ruiz, who can't reach his jaw. They're not going to be some of these other guys who were not willing to go toe-to-toe with him. Now he's got to fight guys who are going to go toe-to-toe with him. And if these guys here are just as tall, just as powerful, what's AJ coming with? Think about it.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
And he's now got to be up there. He's got to be up there. So I'm hoping that now he's going to come back and he's like, all right, cool, you know what? My next 2-3 fights, give him, I'd say by 2021, 2022, he's going to have fought both of them. And you know who I'm talking about. He's got to fight both of them. And by then, he'll be, 33? He's going to have to fight both of them.
It's going to be a big few years for AJ.
It's going to be some mad years. But at the end of the day, he's walking away with some change in his pocket if he's fighting all those guys.
Yeah, man.
Win or lose, they're all going to be big fights.
Yeah.
So AJ can literally say, I'm going to have 3 more fights, pick the 3 fights, and I'm done.
The thing is, he is the draw now. Anyway.
He is the draw.
So regardless who he fights, he's getting big money.
100%.
He doesn't need to go and chase people that are more attractive than he is
100%.
on the bill.
But now, he's got to go and fight the other guys and be a professional boxer. He can't be a fighter. he's got to be a boxer. He's got to be a professional boxer. And that's what I'm waiting to see now. I want to see the smart AJ every single fight. Because he's got it.
Yeah, that's a
now
good point,
just
man.
up it.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
and
so,
it takes a lot to be like a master of boxing.
Exactly.
I think he's now showed more sort of a wider range to his skill set. But yeah, there is still big tests to come.
Exactly. But he's just got to stay hungry and stay humble, as he always
stay hungry, stay humble.
Stay hungry, stay humble. That's it.
Man.
You know.
Do
Exactly.
you think, like, kind of on that note, do you think that he is too nice?
Oh, hell yeah. AJ, the thing is, because you know he's got that street beast, that street animal side to him. He does it for the media. He loves it. He loves it for the media. He's got the chiseled features. Everyone, oh my God, the girls love him. But
I'm not gonna lie, I love him a little bit.
You know, do you remember when he was fighting? I think it was Brazil.
Yeah.
And then Brazil got too close and then tried to be like, and AJ had to say, like, hang on, just because we're in front of the media, don't try it, because I'm still that guy from the road.
Yeah, man.
Because he's not too cool for school. He's road, like he's been there. So
the streets of Watford.
Well, at the end of the day, streets or whatever you want, he has some kind of street, some kind of street schooling.
Yeah,
so there's a part of him that knows that. But right now, he's got that appeal that the media love him, and at the end of the day, he's got all the contracts and everything. So it's got to be nice. But stop being nice. You're a 2-time world champion. Stop being nice, AJ. Show these guys. He needs to.
See, it's a tough one for me because I quite like that about him. It's something different that you don't normally see from a boxer. But I think he has got, like you say, he has got that mean streak in him.
Yeah.
I would like to see it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if you're top of the game, which at the moment he is, regardless of who he's fought, he's at the top of the game.
Yeah.
In, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's got that being a nice guy, man. It's decent. I like it.
Okay, stop being a nice guy, man. We've got past it now. Stop.
I feel like we're going to circle back to being a nice guy later on.
Exactly.
It's proper deep.
Yeah, so just wanted to, recap, a little bit of a rehash, bring it back and talk about how 2019 has been for you and
for
everyone.
Me?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Wow. It's been a bit like AJ, I'll be honest, man. There's been ups, there's been downs, it's been quite mixed, but
100%.
yeah, it's quite a good metaphor for the year, I think, for most people, really.
Yeah.
To be honest, getting this role on this show has been insane, man.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can't really complain on that front. Yeah, just like getting better, like honing my skills in production and all this sort of thing. And yeah, man, just doing what I can. Still plodding away on the day job and all that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm more interested in what Mr. Hustle has been hustling in 2019, because you've had some big things. Don't lie, you've had some big things going.
You know what? I won't lie. 2019 has been a very, very, very big year for me. Personally, professionally, independently, lots of different things have happened. So, like, I came into 2019 on the back of a very, very big challenge. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but as I'm sure you know, when we first met, like, I was in a lot of rock and emotional, and Mr. Chris knows what I'm talking about. So it's been a roller coaster. But as I was saying to someone, I think yesterday, you know what, I'm grateful for 2019 because it's taken me back to finding myself. As I always discuss in King of Hearts, it takes me back to, being who I am and trying to help people out here. But also, one of the things that can encapsulate this entire year would be the word change.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah?
I feel that.
I think everybody feels it as well. 2019 has been the year of change. There have been lots of... I know friends who are doing lots of different events, and a couple of people have used the word the year of the return.
Okay.
But to me, it felt like the change has been a return to my original self, finding myself again and going back to kind of... So it has been the you return, but it's the year of return to self, to real self. So I have this acronym, which was AAEE, and I think this is the year of AAEE, not, accidental emergency or something like that, but you know what I mean. It's acknowledge, accept, experienced and embraced, and I've got to the end of 2019, and I'm really embracing this year. I mean, we did, as you know, I've had like lots of events and I've done things, and I launched an event this year called Truth.
You did indeed.
Yes,
man. You did
Truth.
indeed.
Truth. We're putting on